All right, today we got Chance Legrand, running back extraordinaire, still recovering from ankle surgery, but be ready to roll, right? I mean, things are looking
Sir.
good.
Yes, sir. Physical therapy is going well. We're doing it over the phone. We've been doing little FaceTime calls and whatnot, a couple home visits, but
Lots of stuff over the phone these days.
yeah, we getting there. I'm as long as I'm progressing, that's the only thing I care about.
Good, good. All right, here we go. Let's get right into it. All right, first question. How many times would you estimate last year that I said we got to go 1-0?
Wow. I don't think you missed a week, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. And I mean, but it's the truth.
It is the truth.
If it applies, you got to say it as many times as it applies. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it always hits the same every time you say it. So, I'm cool.
And it got to the point where it was like, we got to go 1-0 in this meeting. We got to go 1-0 on filling this water cooler. We got to go what it was everything.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is, like, it's become like a school-wide thing, I would say, just because like everybody's saying it. I mean, regardless of like the connotation, like it's being said. So it's become a thing.
All right. So prior to the stay-at-home order, everybody maxed out. You couldn't do it because you're recovering. Mm-hmm. So what do you estimate your squat would have been had you been able to max out?
Last year I did 525. So I think, given the right circumstances, I probably would have clocked in at like 575, 600. That's my guess.
All right. Who's the only guy who gets in your neighborhood with that? Who else pushes you? Who else on the team?
Well, the only one that caught me slipping, I would say, is Joe Lazari, just because he did 570, and that rubbed me the wrong way because I know I could do it, but I never got around to it. I would say him, probably Cormac, definitely Papo, because Papo lives for the squad.
Yeah, he lives for the squad. Yeah. And Cormac's a robot, so it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. I try to, as long, my goal is, if I can keep up with Cormac, then I'm doing something right.
Okay, next question. Your dad is a world-class barbecue guy, so when he's got it out smoking and stuff, what's your favorite thing that he does?
I would say probably the ribs, just because I remember like my freshman year when I was like hanging out with Espo after a game and stuff like that, and my dad had called him over to like his little area at the tailgate. I remember Espo had, and he was like, "Nah, man, this is it." And I was like, "Dad, you might need to go somewhere with this," because I mean, he's the caterer for a while, but when you start to hear those outside opinions and you finally see you could do something with it.
Yeah.
That's why I think you should really kind of like get those affairs in order.
Yeah. All right. So finals week question. What has been the hardest class you've ever had at Catholic U?
No hesitation, media. Just because it's the class I'm in now is media production. So the whole objective of it was, learn how to work a camera. That was fine. And then, create a film based on like all the information that we learned. But, ever since this whole pandemic broke out, it's been kind of hard to, everything from this point on is pretty much, you have to like have all the small parts about your film without ever finishing it. So there's parts of it that like had to be made up about like, oh, this scene is going to have this and stuff like that. But the most difficult part, what I would say, is probably like the editing process, just because I don't have a teacher right next to me. And then, emailing isn't anywhere near as instantaneous as it could be if person and stuff like that. So I kind of like sit and suffer and like try to resort to YouTube for a little bit of information. So I don't feel as if I'm being a burden emailing my teacher like 5 times a day. Try to give them a break because I understand they're going through something too.
Sure. But I tell you what, I mean, it's it was hard enough to begin with, and then you go ahead and go into quarantine, and now it's a ninja level class.
Now I'm sitting here like, I got to do it by myself, like for real.
Yeah.
So usually I would have somebody, but
Last question. This is the one I always ask. So in this time apart, what is something positive you figured out about yourself?
Honestly, I've used this quarantine to kind of like develop my spiritual relationships, just because like I understood that I've decided to look at it as like this is happening for a reason. Maybe like there's something that somebody should have been doing or could have been doing like beforehand. Maybe they like needed the time to sit down and finally like have that time to reflect and stuff like that. So I've kind of realized that, having a stronger spiritual relationship and just being more appreciative of the things that I do have rather than things that I don't. And just trying to make sure that, I always stay positive because, I mean, it's one thing to complain about stuff and like, you know, be upset about the stuff that you don't have. But when you're able to sit back and be like, you know, like everybody in my family's okay, you know, like I'm able to like be in my own house. I'm not worrying about, you know, being outside or like struggling about where I'm gonna get like my next meal or anything like that. Like I've learned to be more appreciative of those things because like there have been times when like I haven't had that luxury. So it's like the thing that I always look to do is just be sure about, you know, understanding that people are going through circumstances that are way tougher than this. And this is just, you know, another piece of reality that people have to face. And it's just what it is. It's just always just making sure you stay prayed up and handle those small things as they come.
We're going to get through it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're going to get through it.
Soon. We're going to be all good.
All right, Chance, it's great to see you, man. Stay on the grind.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.